Welcome to Garden Inner Thigh Mat. Start off on your side with your shoulder and elbow lined up and your legs directly out to the side. Bend your back leg, you can have it flat or on your toe, and we're just going to start with some inner thigh raises. So keep your leg really straight, your kneecap is pointing to the front of the room and you're pointing your toe long, lifting up really high to engage that inner thigh. Try to hold your tummy in and really balance there. Your core is going to be essential to hold you into the right positions throughout this workout. Raising up, heating up through that inner thigh. We're going to be doing 8 sets of 8 for each exercise, and we're going to be in 3 different positions doing 3 different exercises. So get used to the burn. Keep stretching out. Imagine you've got a stick behind your knee so that your leg is really nice and straight here. Breathing through it. Now start to push away. So you're bend pressing. I want you to try and turn your toe down towards the mat so your heel is slightly higher than your toe. And then just imagine that you're pushing a heavy cement block away. Pressing out straight each time, squeezing the front of the leg, the quad, as you straighten out, and trying to keep your leg up quite high. The higher you have it, the more you're going to feel your inner thigh engaging. Pressing away long. Lengthening at the same time as strengthening. Keep going. Few more, then we're going to pointed toe. It's more emphasis on the push out. Now we're flicking that foot, so it's like a kick, but keeping your inner thigh up and keeping that kneecap to the front. It's a bend and kick from the knee joint, so you're trying not to move too much. It's just a little bend and a big press, straightening out behind the knee. Should be starting to feel that burn now. Keep going. Stretching and lengthening. Deep breaths. This is the last exercise in this position. Then we're repeating all 3 with our legs slightly further forward. Last little bit. Your core is going to feel this too. Right, now come with your feet directly out at about 30 degrees and now start raising. So it's exactly the same thing. You're just past your mat corner there. Raising up with that straight leg. Remember that you're lifting with your inner thigh. So your whole leg is coming up. Your inner thigh is facing the ceiling. Keep going. It's going to start adding up quickly now. We're past that point where we've started warming up the leg and now the fatigue is going to set in. If you ever need to take breaks, just take really short ones and come straight back into it. This is a fast-paced pulsing motion, so you need to do high reps. Up and up. Make sure you're always positioning your upper body in a comfortable spot. Now press away. So again, you see my foot is angled, so my toe is pointing down and my heel is further up. That's key to this exercise. My foot is flexed and I'm pushing away a heavy cement block. Remembering to squeeze the quad at the front of the thigh. So again, 8 sets of 8. Push and push. You should be starting to feel your core here as well. Staying in this upright position, you really need to engage your obliques to hold you steady. Keep going. Next is that pointed toe kick out. So straightening behind that leg each time. Keep it high and kick out on that angle. Your kneecap is to the front. Your inner thigh is facing the ceiling or the sky in my case, and you're really stretching that leg. You might feel this a bit in your hip flexor as well, that's totally normal. But try to focus on that inner thigh. This is the last exercise on this angle, and then we're moving even further forward into an L position. Keep going. Breathe through it. Oxygen to the muscles. A few more. It's okay if you have to slow it down a bit. Now coming down if you like, or you can stay up. Bring your leg directly at 90 degrees and start lifting. My back leg has moved in a bit now because that angle might be a bit wide if you kept it out on the edge. So you can see once again I'm lifting, trying to lead with my heel and raise as high as you can. The further away your leg is from your body, the easier this will be. So if you want to make it tougher, then reduce the angle in between that leg and your body to less than 90 degrees. It's up and up. Just get comfortable here. Once again, you're really going to need to engage your core to hold you in place. Raise it as high as you can. This might feel a bit awkward, but it is doing something. Up and up. Now bend press. Again, imagining that heavy cement block and with your toe angled down, your heel angled up, squeezing the quad every time. I'm coming back up because I'm finding it a bit more comfortable to stay up. It does take a lot of core recruitment and hip flexor recruitment. So you need to find a position that works for you in this position. We're working at all different angles, just so that we're shaping that muscle differently each time, not just your standard raises. Keep going, and then we're going to point that toe and do one last set of those kicks, 8 sets of 8, before we move on to the other side. That other leg is getting a workout too, especially because you're in releve, your calf would be starting to feel this. Pushing out. Now point and kick. Kick. Try to keep your leg up. The higher it is, the more you're going to engage here. Keep widening that angle. Keep it up. And if you want to increase the intensity even more, just add some ankle weights or even hold a dumbbell on your thigh. You can make this workout your own. Keep going. Last little push before we move to the other side. Breathe through it. Nearly done, focusing on that lengthening. Great job. We're just going to take a little stretch before we move over. So just come down in front, lengthening through those inner thighs. Come over to the side we just worked, feeling that stretch. Back to the center. Take some deep breaths. And moving to the other side. So remember the first position, you're in a straight line. You're lining up your shoulder above your elbow and your legs are straight out, with the back leg bent either on releve or flat, up to you. And we're just starting with those leg raises, 8 sets of 8. Straight up, really straight behind the knee. Point your toes, stretch away, and make sure you're holding your tummy in firmly, just so that you have a really nice stable base of support. The higher you raise, the more this is going to burn. And the quicker this is going to burn, so challenge yourself. Up and up. Remember to keep your kneecap to the front and your inner thighs leading this straight up to the ceiling. This should feel okay for now. It's not too bad. First exercise. Now bend and press. Pushing away that heavy cement block Once again, trying to angle your toes slightly down. So your heel is slightly higher than that toe. That's going to cause you to turn your inner thigh out even more. And remember to squeeze your quad as you push out. Push and push. 8 sets of 8 here before we move on to the pointed toe kick. So you know what to expect now. Really think about that mind-muscle connection. Execute each rep as best as you can. Keep your leg high. Think about all your body positioning. Tummy's in. Now point and kick. Straighten out behind the leg every single time. Try to keep the leg up. It's going to start wanting to drop more and more as you get tired, but the higher you keep it, the more engaged that inner thigh will be. Keep going. Keep breathing. Point away long. Nearly done with this angle, and then we're going to move to that diagonal position. So our feet are going to just come off the mat on a diagonal, readjust and start with those raises. 8 sets of 8. Pointing your toes. Really think about squeezing every muscle in that leg. Think about your quads, the front of your thighs, your calves, all the way down to your tiptoes. Lifting that as one unit. Even think about your supporting leg, your calf, your thigh, everything stabilizing you. The more you connect your muscles, the more your results will follow. Let your oblique help you as well. Now pushing away, toe facing down, heel up, pushing away on that angle. If you hold your core in really tight, you will feel that your obliques, the side of your abdominals at the top there, are going to contract, and that will help you to stay stable. Keep pushing. That burn is just lactic acid building up. Just think of it as acid. It's mind over matter here. You can finish this. You did it on the other side, so you know you can finish. Don't give up now. Keep pressing. Don't let that leg drop. Now point and kick. Keep it on that angle so your toe is coming past the mat. Squeeze those thighs. Keep your kneecap facing the front, your inner thigh to the ceiling, and keep your leg high. Push that. It's as if you're pushing something away with the top of your foot. Last exercise in this position before we move to the L, and then we're done. So just give it all you've got now. See yourself becoming stronger with every single rep. Keep going. Right, now in that L position you can come down. I always am going to start down. Now see how my foot is really turned down. So my heel is really up to the ceiling here. I want that positioning because that's going to engage the inner thigh at a deeper level. So turn your toe down as much as you can and raise it. You might need to bring that back stabilizing foot closer to the middle of the mat and really hold your tummy in strong. This is going to feel a bit awkward at first, but keep persevering with it. Just find a way of positioning yourself so that your supporting hand, your leg, your abs help you. Keep going. Final few. Now, bend press. Bend press. So toe angle down, heel up, pressing away that cement block. Push it out. Hold your tummy in strong. Your obliques are going to help you here. Deep breaths here. It will help to have an oxygenated muscle, so don't hold your breath. 8 sets of 8 is a lot of reps. So you just have to push through. Keep your leg as high as you can. Breathe through the burn. Now point and kick. Last exercise. Check your form. Push out of that shoulder. Don't let yourself hunch down. Leg is high. Leg is further forward if you want more of a challenge. Try to turn your toe down so your heel is slightly up. Hold yourself up with your abs. Your core is going to help you. Form is the most important thing with all these exercises. Anyone can just go through the motions, but you won't get the results unless you check every single body alignment and think about every muscle in that leg working. Nearly done. You can do this. Awesome job. We're going to stretch it out again, so come back into that straddle position. Awesome job. You really did well doing that. If you finished all the way through the first time, congratulations. If not, then just try harder next time. Do a few more reps each time until your muscles start to adjust. It takes time to get stronger, so don't beat yourself up if you can't do the full 8 sets of 8 for each exercise. Takes breaks as needed. Feet together and open your legs out in that butterfly position. Push down if you like with your elbows. Open out your hips. Take some deep breaths. Then cross one leg over. You would have felt that a little bit in your outer thighs and glutes as well, especially on that stabilizing leg. And then switch legs. Hug that into the chest. And that is it. Well done. See you next time. Thanks for joining me.